Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, you know what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight, what we doing, what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Only podcast you ever need for all your gaming and your tech needs. Is it AI or is it Lyriic? We don't know. 1000% accuracy for sure. She's the hostess with the most. And you know it. Mute Panda if you know this. Always hot and never mild. Wouldn't be Nero if it wasn't wild. Get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
I said, get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Eddie,
You know,
Eddie,
you know,
Eddie,
you know.
aim down sight, aim down sight, aim down sight. What we doing, you know what we doing, what we doing,
You know,
what we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing, we aim down sight. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show.
aim down sight.
Aim down sight.
Hello to what? Episode 83? 83? I don't even know what episode we're up to. We're in the 80s of Aim Down Sights podcast. 83, there we go. I have a brain
I had to
somewhere.
double check myself.
I don't fucking know anymore, actually, to be honest. It's yeah, but welcome everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from around the world. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. It is just Nero and I this week. Lyric is off, upgrading his, server farm or whatever he's doing in the background, so his AI is yeah, more accurate than it was last week. I mean, the week before, sorry. We weren't here last week, apologies. My Wi-Fi went down, or my Wi-Fi, my internet went down because we had a storm here. And then it was like 45 minutes into the show before it came back on, and I was like, I don't really want to start the show 45 minutes late. So we just didn't do a show last week, but missed you all, and agree, Grizz, that intro is low-key a bop. I honestly love it. So good, and just thank you, Lyric, for creating that for us. But Nero's here, and that's all you really need is Nero and Panda like destroying everybody's souls with our opinions.
Some real gamers, some real gamers.
Can the real gamers please stand up? All right. Nero, but before we kick off, I'll just say thank you to everybody who's going to watch this after the fact, watch us live, etc. But please pop in the chat what you have been playing this week or watching, because there might be something good out there that I need to sit down and watch. But Nero, what have you been up to? How's your week been?
My week been good, man. I've been getting some really good gaming in, knocking out the backlog for sure. Backlog gaming is peak, man. It seems like the more I go forward with new games and new drops, I always spend on older things, man. But I finished Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
You did, yeah.
I said I wanted to start playing more JRPGs this year, so I'm happy about that. There's still some other ones in the backlog I have to finish. And the Switch 2 was the perfect place to play, man. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a dope game. I got a review out for that on the channel. And literally about 20, 30 minutes before we started the podcast, I finished Horizon Zero Dawn. And to my surprising, I actually enjoyed it more than Horizon Forbidden West. I actually think it's the better game.
I think that has been the consensus for most people. They've all preferred Zero Dawn over Forbidden West. From everyone I've spoken to, they've all preferred it, yeah.
I think it just got a better sense of pacing to it. But there's certain things in Forbidden West I like the gliding and the flying, especially in the DLC and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff that they couldn't put into Zero Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, I just hope they kind of like bring it all together for 3, just kind of like the Spider-Man games. I hope they just bring it all together for that 3rd game.
I agree.
But it wasn't as bad as I remembered. I invested a little more time this time, listening to some of the audio logs, reading some of the files and stuff like that about the world. So it was pretty good, man. Do I care enough to go and platinum it or anything like that?
That's the real query.
Yeah, and this is another reason I'm happy I got it physically, because I'm gonna go trade it in for the new Yoshi game next month or the Batman
Yoshi game.
Go to GameStop, get probably like 12, 13 bucks.
I have not played yet that I want to play, and I will get around to it, is I want to play Replaced. I haven't touched it yet. It's installed on my Xbox, ready to go, but I haven't got around to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I need to make a list of what I'm playing and what's on the radar weekly, because it's a lot of great games, man. That's why I tell people, if you want to hear gaming talk, come on over to ADS, man. Mouse PI for Hire. That has been a really dope game. I've been enjoying that. Shame on IGN again, Ignorant Gaming Nerds. They gave it a 6, and people are in the upward. But at this point, I don't know why people still listen to them and even care at this point. But I understand, because it kind of drags the Metacritic down a bit when you got a bunch of 9s and 10s, and then you get a 6 and 5 through in there from weird outlets and shit like that. But that has been a really great game, man. Replaced has been everything I was hoping it to be.
It's such a beautiful looking game. I love the art style. I love everything about it. Oh, I need to update from KY Bob's name to
it is gorgeous, and it sounds really good as well.
Yeah, yes.
The audio design in that game so far has been good, and what has been catching me by surprise with Replaced is actually the amount of like lore and world building that's going on. So I'm still early on. I think I'm still in the first chapter. Once I seen it was $19, I grabbed it immediately and said I'll take my time with it, switch it around through all the games I'm going through right now. And man, I'm just impressed with the game. I'm gonna continue to play it and chop it down. And I actually like it so much as a start to where if because I asked them on Twitter would it be coming to the Switch anytime soon. They said it was focused on getting a launch with Xbox
Yeah, I
and
think
PC
so.
first. And I think they've delivered a good game. I seen they putting out some patches and even fixing some little problems people might have been having. So when this does come to other platforms, like if once this comes to the Switch too, I hope it comes with a physical edition for the Switch 2. I have no problem picking this up,
Exactly.
even if even if it got to be a little extra for the physical. This is one of the,
Yeah.
for $20. I would pay 30 to have the Switch case and cartridge.
Yeah.
You put the full game on there. I would support that. So that and Mouse PI for Hire has been like two really good indie games. You guys might want to check those out. Pragmata, I've started that. That came yesterday for me. It's been great. I love the demo. It's beautiful. I'm really ready to invest more time in that world and the lore.
Yeah, you really
And I'm
liked
just
it.
really enjoying that combat.
I played the demo and it wasn't really my cup of tea, but I think that's the great thing about like having a demo and testing it out. But also a great thing about us gamers, like we all aren't all gonna like the same thing, and so yeah. But yeah, you loved it. It wasn't really for me, but I'm glad you loved it, and I know that there's plenty of people out there who are gonna love it too. I'm actually thinking of doing a replay of Mass Effect because my girlfriend what will probably really enjoy the
I've been
story
thinking
of that.
about that. I've been thinking about that. And shout out to The Sopranos, Grizz. I love that
Yes.
show, man. You
Yeah,
are
I
such a
highlighted
man of
this.
culture, man.
I highlighted this because I was like, Mouse PI, Days Gone, Replaced, Crimson Desert, watching The Sopranos, everything
Shout
in
out G
there.
Maybe.
Great,
Save
great
roll
games.
credits on Replace. We love to see that. Speaking of rolling credits, also roll credits on the DLC for Ninja Gaiden 4. That is a really good game. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bonds burnt a lot of shit down. Now that I
Yeah.
really do my research and look the way back, they knocked over a few
Yeah.
things on the way out. But that was one of the highlights to come from the end of the regime before the change. Was Ninja Gaiden and building some of those relationships with Japan, Sega, and those Eastern studios. You see stuff like even to this day, the Persona and series and stuff like that. If that is rumored to be true to get revealed at the Xbox
Yeah.
showcase, that just goes to show the good relationship that has been built with them. But yeah, that's pretty much for me. Oh no, one last thing. I got to slander. Shame on Bethesda. Bring that ass here. Shame on Bethesda, man. I am highly disappointed in them. They're never beating them allegations. People can say, "Hey, you're being emotional," or "You're being whatever." I don't give a fuck how you feel, or the next, not you, Panda, but how the person I might be critiquing my take feel. You understand what I'm saying? I really enjoy Starfield, and I was one of those people that was saying Starfield kind of had like a lot of forced negativity around it at
Yeah.
launch.
Yep.
Starfield, I have a poster of Starfield on my wall. I really enjoy that. That was one of my first reviews I made any type of YouTube revenue from. It what made me say I want to keep reviewing games. I just really enjoyed that game. Flaws and all, right? I enjoyed the game. Now, I didn't have many crashes at all day one. It might have been 30 FPS. It might have been this, that, and the third. I had bugs for sure, but just hard on like game crashes. I did not have any game crashes like that on my Series X day one. So I'm confused as into why 2+ years in, you launched this game that I view
It's
as a
broken.
Starfield fan that is an underrated game that people gave a lot of negativity to. And then, don't even get me started on the Shattered Space DLC. So it's like you're trying to right your wrongs. You launch it over here and it's pretty much broken. On the PS5 Pro, it crashes. On the base PS5, it crashes. And at first I thought, hey, it's only a PS5 thing. But I've had multiple gamers in my mentions saying that it's been crashing for them on PC and on Xbox Series consoles as well. So I don't understand how you update and break the game at the same time. And I bought this, and you know how
You're
expensive
asking
it
a
is for
lot.
the
You're
refund.
asking a lot
That's
in that space, man. Yeah, they really
I don't feel like that's asking for give
asking
me
the
the
bare minimum.
same experience that you gave me day one is the 2 years ago is the bare minimum requirement for any type of update or any type of port or anything like that. And it's like I just that tarnishes the game, because now the people that was interested in the game that wanted to take a chance on it that might not have been able to get it on Xbox or just wanted to wait and now it's here, and they take a chance to purchase and play it, and they're dealing with a worse product than what it was 2 years ago. I think that is inexcusable. If I could have got my money back from a refund, I would have, and I would have did a giveaway for replace. I would have just put a code in the chat. I would have definitely did that and just kept the other $30 for the $50 that I spent. But I'm stuck with it. Sony isn't as friendly as Microsoft with the refunds. I knew what I was getting into. I just had more faith in Bethesda because I really loved the game, but I also love DualSense and I love my trophies. So I had no problem with buying the game. One of my favorite games this generation. I had no problem with buying that again for a reduced price at $50 to get the functionality of a console that I'm playing on, other than Xbox. I had no problem double dipping. I double dip with a lot of games. So the fact that I do that to try to support Bethesda, give them the benefit of the doubt, they're never beating them allegations. They're Bethesda. It's ridiculous. I don't have too much faith in them, and I'm kind of just disappointed with the content as a whole. Yes, I think the travel between the planets is cool. I think it's a nice addition. That stuff that should have been there. I can't hype that coming 2 years late because it's not as flushed out and intuitive as I would want it to be anyway. I'm not asking you to be No Man's Sky. I'm asking you to just improve on what you have here. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just very disappointing. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But I couldn't go through what games I'm playing without letting them know that I supported Starfield, and I just can't recommend it right now. If anybody on PS5 and you come across this, don't get it right now. Don't support it. Just save your money. Maybe it'll be in an approved state later down the road.
Maybe.
But shout out to Yakuza 0 as well. Director's Cut. I started that on Switch 2 as well.
Sounds like a good lot of games you've been playing, man. I've literally just Pokemon on my Switch, and that's all. But I am.
They just keep coming.
Potentially doing another run through of the Tomb Raider trilogy. Yeah. I love those games. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Tomb Raider.
No, you can't. I'm really looking forward to Tomb Raider this year.
I love
Tomb Raider next year as well. Yeah. So it'll be good. I'm pretty excited for all of that. In that space and in that world. Yeah. I don't really have much to add there, but we've got some, G, maybe, what did you think of Replaced? You said you rolled credits on it. What did you think of it? Yeah. No.
Yeah, and it seemed like a good little amount of content too there for Replaced, for it to be $20.
Yeah.
About a good 7-8 hour experience, depending on
That's what you want. That's what you want. The game looks stunning, man. It's just such a beautiful looking game. 100%.
Been saying it for years, man. Indie games are good for the soul, man.
Yeah, I think I'm obsessed with indie games at this point. I think they're such a great thing. 100%.
But it's been a lot of news over the last week or 2 weeks.
What are our topics? Yeah.
For
Horizon, Japan's map was revealed. I feel like that was last week, right?
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, I'm just going to chuck us into Twitter and then share my first one.
Yeah, I'm happy you enjoyed the experience, man. That's dope. I'm definitely going to continue playing it. You plan on getting all of the achievements for it?
Hopefully. Been quite nice. Yeah, get some nice achievements for it, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at them. It don't seem like too hard of a full completion. But yeah, man, Forza Horizon 6, man, is pretty much what we're starting the quick news topics off, man.
Yep.
Like I said, it's been a good amount of news and stuff worth talking about.
Yep.
But it's been a lot of previews of Forza Horizon 6. The full map has been revealed. It looks, a Forza map. You got a lot of openness, and then you got the city, which is bigger than ever. You got a lot of previews. Is that the correct thing, Panda?
No, this is a different one topic.
Oh, okay. I thought I was
the next one after it. It's the next one after it. I just brought it up early. Sorry.
Yeah, did you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I do want to have a quick conversation about the Xbox Achievements refresh, which I think it's well and truly needed. I know there's still more work to be done in that space because I feel like they still don't currently have the thing where I know they're like highlighted now as which ones you have completed, which I really like. And it's really obvious when you've completed all the achievements. But like, I still think PlayStation does a really good job of like having the number of how many you've completed easily identifiable on your list. But there's a lot more options to customize how you view and what shows up on your achievement list and things like that. So I'm stoked, and I'm glad that they're finally doing something on that. And it was talked about, I feel, ad nauseum last week, but I just really wanted to touch on it. That I'm really happy about that. Obviously, it's gone to insiders first. So being an insider, I do have this access now, and it does look really, really cool, and I really, really appreciate it. But it's going to be rolling out to everyone later on as per Clobriel's tweet. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, Nero? There's still work to be done, but
I think it's a good step in the right direction, and any improvement is a great improvement. This is something that should have been here a long time ago. This is a highly requested community feature. I don't really care if it was in the works during the last regime or not. This is something that should have been here. So I'm happy to see updates like this. I'm really hoping they get a capture system update soon. Maybe, like I said, include
what's up,
your friends'
Andrew?
audio. And what's good, Andrew? Includes your friends' audio and your clips and stuff like that. So I would like to see that get upgraded, and just, a UI overhaul, especially for next gen when Project Helix launches. But the achievement improvements, I was really happy about. Like, to me, I think it's a big deal. I know you compared it to Sony needing, having the numbers that you got.
Like your platinum.
While I agree, that's having the numbers just straight out there so you can know the full completion is dope. But I kind of also like how Xbox just kind of make them stands out. How it highlights them and stuff like that, and how you can kind of organize them. I think that'd be dope. That's the way you can organize your achievements is really dope. Now, what I don't like is being able to hide achievements, because all these people playing these Weenie Hut Junior games out here.
The only ones I hide are the ones that show up as 0%. Like, I've tried the game and I'm never going to finish it. And I hide those. Those are the only ones I hide. But I agree with you, the people who hide we've got 5,000 gamer score on this one and 4,000 on this one, and just show it. If you're an achievement hunter, achievement whore.
If you're going to cheese your way to 100K or 300, 400K, $1 million, that's you, man. If you want to buy them little cheap games that in 3 minutes you can own it. Some of us, rather get it out the mud.
I've curated mine off what I want. I have not gone, like, I do achievement hunt, but I haven't gone out of my way to find those games. Like, I trash talked someone in the community as a joke because they had a lower gamer score than me. But I was like, mine is based off this. And then they went and played all those games to smash through and go past me. And I was like, well, here's the thing. My gamer score is still better than your gamer score because mine is not full of that trash. That's what I said to them. I'm going to stick with it for the rest of my life. I'm like, I haven't done what you've done. I've curated mine off playing games I love. If you're 100% Barbie Dreamhouse, show it, bro.
You may be funny as hell, man. You say you right, Nero. I think Mr. Boomstick is gonna hide a ton of games. Nah, man. Shout out to Mr. Boomstick. It's more like Mr. Boomstick plays a ton of games, man. He's one of those people out there in the community that plays a lot. I always respect gamers who play a lot.
Yeah.
Games,
if you 100% Barbie Dreamhouse, you gotta show it, right? You gotta show it.
Go ahead and show it, man.
There's only like maybe a couple of games that I think are probably more in the indicative of like cheesing a little bit, and mine is like, there's a Red Panda video game that I've played, which I've got 2,000 gamer score on. But that is purely because it's a Red Panda. My name is Red Dead Panda. Like, of course I'm going to play a game called Red Panda. But like, it's easy 2,000 gamer score if you wanted to get that. But I bought it. I bought and paid for it for the fact I was playing as a Red Panda. Like, yeah. Sup, Talos. Love to see you. Boom as a fellow achievement hunter. Yeah, I used to be an achievement whore. I was quite... But mine are mainly like through the Lego games.
I dibbed and dabbled in the Cheesemint Hunter. That's funny. He called it Cheesemint. That is a real that is like a real genre actually, like just going to get those cheesy games and stuff like that. And that's why I say own it, because when I first started hunting achievements, I'm at like 170, 160K. Probably about 15 to 20K of mine is from those like little bullshit games. I picked up, somebody was like, hey, if you want to get 5K gamer score quick to boost your shit, here, go for $5.
I mean, I could.
Any game, I'll pick up and play it. I did it, but if you scroll, the thing is, don't hide it. If you scroll down, you'll see I have way more impressive
achievement
games
farmers. Yes,
achievement farmers.
Such a good call out, G maybe. Yeah. Achievement farmers, not hunters. Yeah, I was a bit of achievement hunter, but mine was like Lego games, where you actually have to invest time into Lego games because you have to like 100% them, and so those were the games that I tended to 100% a lot of the time. And get the 1,000 gamer score on. But I love it. I love Lego games. If I love a game, I'm gonna try and absolutely get 100% on it. But then there's some achievements where I'm like, I can't be asked. So I've played enough of you. Let's put you down. Let's play another game. And I mean that's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
I'll choose an Xbox to equal my time out. Oh, fair enough, Grizz.
That's the thing about me. Like, I like trophies and platinums. Like, I really enjoy getting platinums, but I do what the fuck I want. If it's a game where I feel like I don't feel like going to get the platinum, then I'm not gonna play it. Like, I got some friends, and I salute those people. I got some people that are platinum hunters, and they will force themselves through any experience, good or bad, to get that full Xbox completion of the platinum. I tip my hat to them. I respect them.
My ADHD tells me I'm bored and let's move on. Let's go find another game. That's what I love about Quick Resume. It's perfect for my ADHD. 100% perfect for my ADHD. Whew. Yeah. I respect the Lego hustle. It's an investment. Yes, it is an investment. All new super chat. Demo!
To get into the
fuck yes, Demo. Salute to my ADS family.
Demo,
Thank
good,
you for
brother?
the $2. We love you, Demo. I need to come on and be on your show at one point. I really do. I keep saying that. Hit me up when you want, and I will line up my calendar to do that, because I'll just have a slightly earlier night on a Friday night to get up early Saturday morning and do a show with you, Demo, because I love you to bits, and you're such a big part of our community, heart and soul of our community. Yeah, love you guys. Yes. Love you too, man. Love you too. Well, the option is always open to you if you have an open standing invite to guest on our show, Demo. So anytime you want to guest on the show,
always open. Much love, brother.
Always open to you. All right.
But just to finish it up, I'm really happy with the Xbox update for the achievements. Like, it's just I've seen people wanting more, and as they should, and want improvements and stuff. But for me, I think this is a huge right step in a step in the right direction. That's just me personally. When I seen it, I was really happy. And like, it's sort of insiders now, but as they mentioned, it's rolling out to everybody soon, and that's all that matters. This is going to be here for everybody soon. Like I said, I really like the trophies and.
Well, it's really nice
stuff like that, but
like when
I cherish my achievements as well.
When you go through your list of all the games that you've got and the ones that are like highlighted,
that's dope.
In your color, because that's the color you've chosen for your console display. That is the one where you can see like, oh yes, I've got that. When you're quickly scrolling through, it's nice and easy to see which ones you've got. But they just need a tally total. That's my only thing. For sure, been mad busy. Looking forward to hanging out soon. Yes, man. Agreed, Demo. All right.
And they said that more improvements is coming as well. So
I assume that's probably what they're going to do, something similar around the tallying total, like get platinum and stuff. What I do prefer though, I prefer having the number, like I've got 130,000 gamer score, whatever it is. I like that rather than the amount of trophies, because like the platinum number makes sense, but the trophy number confuses me. Like I know you've got like bronze trophies, silver, gold, for the different like tier level, but I do like having the my gamer score is this 100 and something thousand or 200,000 or something like that. I like that number style of it. The heavy discussion about the importance of exclusives, and then those same voices aren't playing them for months on end, too busy with 3 versions of the same game to farm. Oh yeah, not gonna lie. All right. I'm just going to quickly post up the other thing. Anything else you wanted to add around this or anything you want to talk about the Forza Horizon 6 map. I don't really have anything to add to that Forza Horizon 6 map comment because I'm kind of trying to not see too much on it because I really just want to go into Forza Horizon 6 as blind as possible because fuck, I love Forza.
Yeah, I don't really got too much to say. I did think all the gameplay footage and previews that I've been seeing is dope. I think this is going to be coming in as a really polished and great game. I trust Playground Games, you know.
I fucking trust them too.
And the Forza series always cook. Me personally, the one thing I would want to see is just a higher traffic density.
It would be nice to have an option to adjust
just
that.
an option. Just an option. I would like that. It's not really much I can personally critique Forza about, man. They do so many things right and good. It's a really good franchise, so I'm always excited about that. Shout out to Playground Games.
Yeah, man. 100% agree with you there. Also, shout out to Crimson Desert, man. Obviously, this is probably higher than that now. 5 million copies sold. Like, regardless of what you think of a game, or regardless of how it's scoring, when you're looking at some of the people who didn't score it as high as other people initially thought. Like, if a game is good and sandboxy enough to allow you to do whatever the hell you want, you're going to have plenty of people just investing hours upon hours upon hours into it. And this game seems to be it. I love watching the screenshots that come up for Crimson Desert, all the cat photos, all of this stuff, like the different armor, like some of the stuff that people are doing in this game. Like, it's giving me FOMO. Eventually, I will go out and buy it, but I'm going to buy it on sale. I just don't have time at the moment. I'm preoccupied at the moment with my personal life. Yeah. But getting some gaming in this weekend. That's the plan around that front. Oh, I thought it was my cat. No, it's not my cat. Good. What are your thoughts on this? Congratulations, Crimson Desert.
Congratulations to that team. It's dope to see. I plan to still pick it up on a sale.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm trading Horizon for Zero Dawn in the disc. So maybe when I go to GameStop, I can pick up a used copy of that and trade in some other games once I finish my backlog, the physical games.
Yeah.
So either way, I plan to check it out. I love seeing the constant updates and stuff like that.
Yep.
I was a bit critical of the game for some of the stuff I seen day one. I was wanting to see change and improve. People thought it was, just me hating and criticizing the game. But if that was true, then there wouldn't be so many fixes in these patches now, would it?
Yeah.
So I love to see a lot of things getting improved. I think that's really good to see. Congratulations to them for the 5 million copies sold. I'm happy everybody that picked it up is enjoying it. Also, it's a pretty divisive game. I see it on the other flip side. A lot of people, not enjoying it. So as long as they just keep improving the game, that's all I can ask for. They adding stuff like difficulty options that should help for the people that might just want to be there for the story, or anything like that. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Abdel, WrestleMania weekend. Everybody's doing fine. We're doing fantastic. Thank you for being here. You're calling Grizz out as a pony bot. What's up, Tegan? Yo, Tegan. Yes, welcome. If you're just joining us now, pop in the chat what you've been playing this week. We're just kicking off into a few of our starting topics before we get into everything. But we're both well. No Lyric this week. Honestly, I've just kind of turned off his AI, and I'll turn it back on next week. You're here next week, but not the week after, right, Nero? That's right.
Yep, the weekend of the 2nd.
The 2nd of May, yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be my niece's first birthday party, man. My younger brother, first daughter.
But there may be some changes coming up in the next couple of weeks anyway, because I'm about to have a nephew. So if we don't do a show, it could be because I am off meeting my nephew. So just FYI to our community, life happens. You finally beat Yotai, amazing game. I'm happy for you there, man. I'm so happy.
I seen your review, man. Really happy you enjoyed it, bro. I thought it was a great game, and you know what, Clue? I wish we could bring up your review of it real quick because I think I had a lot of agreements with it. I thought it was a step in the right direction because I'm gonna be honest. When I played Ghost of Tsushima day one, I thought it was borderline perfect, but as time went on, I found those things I would like to see improved. And hey, as you said in your review, man, it's a step in the right direction. It's just an improvement. It's a really goated game.
Yeah.
They really cook.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch is one of Sony's best studios, arguably one of the best studios in gaming. I just would like to see them, maybe do something back with the Infamous series. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
100% agree with you on that one. What am I doing with my life choices? I have no clue. I don't know where the review is. Is it up on YouTube? I have no clue.
He just, in a Twitter post.
On a Twitter post. I'll go find it.
And I just agree with him, I always like hearing, other people that actually game opinions and shit like that.
I think so. I think when you find people who actually play video games, who enjoy what we're doing, and that it makes a massive difference. Then you've got people who say they play video games and don't play anything. All right, what we've got. Nate the Hate reiterated his belief that a new Star Fox game will be announced this month on Nintendo Today or Twitter. Yeah, I also think there's potential for a new Star Fox game. It's been a while. Star Fox has now just kind of come to the forefront following the Mario movie. What do you think of Star Fox in the Mario movie, actually, Nero? No spoilers, though. Did you enjoy it?
I thought the Mario movie was pretty good, man. I think I may have enjoyed the first one more, but I also found myself laughing just as much in this one as well. I went with my lady and our daughter, and we had a good time, man. I don't get the critics. I mean, I don't know what people be expecting from these animated movies that are, kind of targeted for a younger audience, or maybe, for the nostalgia people like our age that enjoy the games in the worlds of Mario and shit like that. So
maybe. Oh, okay. So Tegan said it was filler. He didn't do much. First one is way better. Probably right. You mean Alpaca Paca Dash isn't a real game? Oh my god. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. They're fucking funny, guys. It's the old Star Fox still worth playing. Is it? I mean, it's not worth playing. I even played Star Fox on the GameCube, so I think I preferred the GameCube version. Maybe. But
I started playing, I think that's the one I started playing in the Nintendo Switch Online expansion.
Yeah.
I believe that's what I started playing, and I enjoyed it. I just got to finish tweaking the controls. You can rematch.
Yes, you do.
I don't like the
underrated
flights and using certain rare buttons to shoot and stuff like that. So,
I think it's nice. Like the fact that he's just like kind of in there as a character, maybe not a main character or anything, and like that is kind of an indication. Like, hey, let's kind of sprinkle Star Fox in, deliver a game, and let's try and get Star Fox back up and running as an IP for Nintendo is the potential. But yeah, Rare really cooked, man, back in the day on these games. Fuck me, they were such a good studio back then. They're still cooking now, but like, honestly, Rare in its heyday. Beautiful to see.
Yeah, and as far as the Star Fox game, a new one, I would definitely love to get a new one to, take advantage of what's in the Switch too, and
add Khajiits to Starfield, the ultimate Star Fox game. If they had Khajiits, oh yes, I would probably die if they did that.
That would be awesome, yo.
Honestly, I am so keen on that. You had me on that one. Okay.
I'm sure someone probably modded that in by now.
Yeah, probably fucking did, actually, to be honest. So obviously, Halo campaign evolved. Early access and release dates reportedly leaked. So New Leak has seemingly revealed that early access and release dates for Halo campaign are set for July this year. Well, I know what I'm doing in July. So they're saying that earlier this week we informed that the title was playable from start to finish. We'd also see a feature of customized skin system. Now the latest leaks reveal that we should expect the game to release on all platforms, which I feel like was announced anyway. But yeah, I'm excited. I feel like the leak is July 20. Oh, I don't have any other leave at that point. I might be sick that weekend. I feel something coming on. already so many months in advance I feel something coming on. I'm excited to play some more Halo again. I feel like I've played like Halo CE like multiple times, but there's something about just going in and playing Halo and the music and just it's like home, right? It's so nostalgic. It's like coming home.
Yeah, day one for me, man. And
Yeah.
potentially, I would love if they do like a really cool collector's edition and
Yeah.
maybe a statue or
Yeah.
something like that if
Yeah.
it's reasonable. I've been really torn. I forgot to mention this when I was mentioning the games I've been playing. For me, Marathon is running for arguably my game of the year right now, right there with Resident Evil.
As a
Might surpass
multiplayer
it.
game?
Yeah, as a multiplayer game for sure, it's up there. I'm having just as much fun with this as Battlefield 6 and stuff like that. And I'm about 13, maybe 12 levels. I can't remember exactly, but I'm about 13 levels away from the platinum. After I platinum the game, that's when I'm gonna review it. I'm doing a little a collab review with the homie Gritty. You know who that is, Grizz. So keep an eye out for that. I really enjoy the game, man. It's really dope. So I plan to get the platinum for that. But the reason I mention that is they got the statue for the collector's edition for $170, and it is so beautiful, man. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been really tempted to get it. I was like, man, I might treat myself a little birthday gift or something like that. But that being said, if the Halo or the Gears E-Day got some cool collector's edition, this might be the year I treat myself to one of them editions, man, for one of the games I love. So
Yeah.
I'm there day one for this. As soon as it released, man, I hope it just. Only thing I hope is that it's just because visually it was stunning. From what I've seen, even by the comparisons, if people was watching that, it is a really beautiful.
Yeah.
remake. Only thing I'm hoping is that those little UE5 stutters and stuff like that cease to exist and just don't show their way into these games. Especially
As long as it still plays like Halo, that's all I care about. Yeah, but I agree. The UE
Halo
stutters.
for me, Halo playing like Halo include a smooth experience. I never played a Halo in my life that stuttered. Going back from the 360 to the PS, I mean not PS4, but the 360, the Xbox One. I don't remember Halo stuttering, so I do not want no stuttering in a remake. That's only single player. So as long as they get that right, that's my only request from them. I'm really excited because they added some prequel missions and maybe some extra missions, so they're gonna flush out the lore and universe like that. And if this is successful, then we'll get a 3 remake. Maybe even they'll hopefully flirt with Reach, remaking Reach, because Reach is my favorite. I love Halo Reach, and hopefully they keep them coming. And I also hope this is one of those $50 remakes. If it lands at $50, I think that'd be awesome.
I think so. I think it needs to land. Andrew said Black Flag remake is supposed to also be July. That's tough because that's a day one for me. I think that's a fair point there though. Like I feel like there's that's a day one for a lot of people because they absolutely thoroughly love Black Flag as an IP, and I feel like it got done a disservice during the Xbox One generation. Xbox One? Or end of this? Oh fuck! I don't remember when it came out. How old is it?
It was Xbox.
It was like there was a 360 version and an Xbox One version. I feel like, and it just
the 360 was Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and then Black
Rogue
Flag was the next gen.
Yeah, and I just feel like it got done a disservice based on the hardware that was on the Xbox One and the PS4. Just you weren't getting the version that we should have got delivered. Like PC got a beautiful version by comparison. So I feel like the hardware is at a point where you should get a really definitive version of the game that we didn't get. I mean, it's a fantastic game, but we didn't get what I would consider it being done justice on the hardware it launched on for the consoles at the time. Yeah. Very hyped for this one. Just replayed Combat Evolved Anniversary on the Xbox 360 hardware again. Yes. Reaches peak. Yes, reaches peak. Halo. I just want to play some Halo with some friends and shoot the shit out of everybody.
Since we talking about Halo, before we move on, this might be a hot take. I think that, Asher, I hope that's another studio that need to be just really hands-on. I don't know if they need to be even gutted even more, just new ideas, new brains in there, maybe get some youthful ideas, some fresh ideas and directions for Halo. But I'm going to be honest, I still think Halo Infinite got wheels. I don't agree with that being put on ice, and I think that was a decision that happened before she got there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the numbers look like, but if I was her, I would definitely try to port Halo Infinite to PS5, especially with the multiplayer being free to play, port it to the Switch too. I don't know if that would be more worth the cost than what you result, but I think Halo Infinite, it grew so much. I still don't agree with leaving that behind.
I just loved the multiplayer. I was obsessed with the multiplayer in Halo Infinite, and so honestly, God, if I didn't have to just play customs, I'll be playing it right now. That's like the only way I can play at the moment is customs. We actually need like a community game night at some point, where we just jump in and play a whole heap of different games. Like whether we jump in and play like Hypercharged or Among Us or like Halo. Or just some other party game. Like we need to go in and like play some video games together with our community. I think that's really, really important. So what's up, BTA Nova 6? I'm just gonna call you Nova because like that's a name. Love it. Yeah, what's up? Welcome.
Hey, you lay that belt, man.
To this podcast.
Culture, we know what that BTA stands for. Nova laying that belt in them Battlefield streets.
What's up?
Multiplayer streets. I be seeing them out there, man.
Yeah, factions.
Sure. Another one of them gamers.
I mean, yeah. We can just have some fun. We can have some fun. We'll figure something out. We do need a community game night. Maybe it'll be when Forza Horizon 6 comes out. We just jump on there, everybody, and we just race each other. Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Let's just have some fun.
I'm still torn. I think I might wait for that to come to the Pro. I've been torn. Yeah, I might just wait for it only because.
Well, depending on the outcome of Game Pass is too expensive conversation, you might end up getting it on Game Pass.
Yeah, if she dropped that price down to 25 or lower, I'm in there.
Yeah, I know, man. I know, right? I know. All right. Okay. Very quickly. The Switch 2 version has been delayed at this point, so it's still on target to release PC and other console platforms, so the PlayStation and Xbox platforms date May 27th. I entered into a competition, so I would like to earn the right to get Game Pass Ultimate or a copy of the game, or even have you seen the console for this? There's a limited edition Xbox Series X First Light console. So I've entered into a competition for that, and I would like to win one thing. Maybe just give me a month of Game Pass Ultimate. I'll take it, considering how expensive it is.
Definitely.
Yeah, to give me the game, please, whatever it looks like. But yeah, I'm excited. Like for this, I am a massive. Oh my god, why is my James Bond fan? Jake, my dad whistles the tune for James Bond all the time, and we've sat there and like done a James Bond movie marathon of like all of the James Bond films. So I'm excited. I just don't want to pay for it day one, so I would like I've entered that competition because I want a freebie. Give me a freebie, someone. No. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of sad, though, the Switch 2 version has been delayed. What is your favourite Bond movie? It'll be the one I grew up on, GoldenEye.
Personally, for this game, I'm excited. This and Batman kind of played a role. Plus, my yearly Madden and college football, cops and addiction, which I am ashamed of. Hashtag balling gamer moment. Balling gun gamer moment, I should say. But I'm definitely interested in this because I was honestly going to probably try to buy Forza twice because I enjoy the franchise that much. I was going to buy it on Xbox day one and then just play it and enjoy it and rebuy it on my Pro physically, get the disc and shit like that. But I figured I might as well just wait. I might try to get a collector's whatever edition that includes all the DLC when it comes to PlayStation, get that physically. And like you said, if Game Pass drop, I'll be in there. But back to this right here, I'm not really surprised, man. Like I said, instead of buying Forza twice, I might buy this if the performance is good. I'm really intrigued in this game, but I'm not like really sold on the performance. Like I remember watching it at State of the Play, they was like, yeah, showing on the Pro, but it was kind of like chugging sometimes. It was frame rate drops and fluctuations, and for $70 nowadays, man, that's kind of getting tiresome. So if it comes out with smooth, good performance, I'll definitely be there to grab this. And it being delayed on the Switch, I'm not surprised because, like I said, it'd be looking iffy on the.
Well, I feel like
these showings.
The fact that the Series S version exists, so they should be able to port a version of similar quality across to make it easier in the sense of like performance level wise, and then just push out the performance and optimize it, because like don't know how long the Switch 2 version's been in development. Obviously, the other ones have been in development a lot longer. But yeah, okay, Panda, do you have a Bond girl name? What do you mean, do I have a Bond girl name? Elaborate on that question. Like, do you know the Bond names that I like? It's not really Bond names. They're hilarious. Is some of the Austin Powers versions of them where they make fun of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because this show is, I don't want to skin. But yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna move off Bond because we're gonna spend too much time on fucking Bond.
And shout out to the other Bond too. Shout out to Sarah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna pretend like she just don't exist. You know, her and Phil made a lot of questionable decisions. Now that I look back and reflect on the time that they spent here, you know, fucking up the brand a bit. You know, doing some questionable decisions. But you know, shout out to all the Bonds.
I'll take the money penny. Oh yes, shout out to Sarah Bond. I don't need to elaborate. Yeah, well, I don't want the show to be cancelled this week. Cancelled because of me and making up a funny Bond name, girl name. No. All right. Alrighty then. Moving on. I just need to bring up the next thing if you want to read this one off for us. Sorry.
Oh man, Cyberpunk man got a nice little free update, man, for the PS5 Pro. So basically, they added 2 modes. They added it's three modes in total. They got the performance, which is all 3 modes added PSSR 2 support. I put so much fucking time into this game on the Series X. I think I'm like maybe 3-4 achievements away from having the full completion. So you know I had to grab it on the Pro to try to eventually go for the Platinum and shit like that. But it is a really beautiful game, no matter where you play it. But I wasn't the biggest fan of base consoles. You know, FSR2 just wasn't the best. But this right here is this is how you do updates. And this made me even more frustrated with Starfield because I'm like, yo, if these dudes can do this type of improvements and shit over a patch, there's no reason why you guys doing a full-on release of a game is so broken. You know what I'm saying? But the ray tracing.
Well, it took them a good 2 years to get the game up and running to what the state it's in now.
It's been 2 years for Starfield and it's still broke. So I mean,
yeah, but that was delivering across every platform. Bugthester is notorious, but it should not have been as bad as it was. I agree. It was very disappointing.
It's 2026. You can get away with that shit back in the Skyrim days and shit like that. But I don't think they're not moving the needle enough with the ambitiousness to get away with the quote unquote Bugthester. Now, once the Elder Scrolls get here, whenever it get here, maybe you can return to that name if you deliver just something that's so revolutionary.
I mean, if you've seen some of the bugs that released on the PlayStation version, you'll be calling it Bugthester. Some of those bugs are insane. I watched.
Well, you talking about Cyberpunk?
No, Starfield.
Oh, Starfield.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about Cyberpunk. We already know the bugs that released for that game because right now. That game is gorge, and I can't wait to play the next Witcher game.
But yeah, if you got a Pro, check this out, man. This is really impressive stuff.
The next link I can't bring up because it just says it doesn't exist anymore. But do you want to add to it? We can leave it. It's just about how much money the fucking.
We kind of talked over that. Basically, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is doing really good, doing really well. Before we do, let me double back to Cyberpunk because it's one of my favorite games. I kind of want to go more in depth because what CD Projekt Red has done here on the Pro is really groundbreaking. You know, on the ray tracing Pro mode, the 40 hertz, they got ray trace reflections, they got ray trace global illumination, the GI for the world, the lighting, they got ambient occlusion ray tracing, so RTGO, and they also got ray trace shadows. Now in the 60 FPS ray tracing mode. They dropped 2 of it, so they don't got the ambient occlusion. I don't think they got the GI for the lighting, but they got the reflections and the shadows that was there in the base game. The base console's 30 FPS ray tracing mode only have shadows. They didn't have reflections or anything. So it's really fucking impressive, man. One of my favorite games of all time is looking and running even better. You know, this was kind of the glow up I was hoping to see with Starfield, because Starfield is already a beautiful, gorgeous game. So I wasn't expecting the most for them. I was just hoping for a product that works and, you know, maybe give a, you know, little 10, 15 higher frames and a little better resolution with PSSR and shit like that. So shout out to CD Projekt Red, man. They are fucking wizards. And you know, with the rumored Richard DLC, I hope it's true, man. Because them guys are special. I really hope they still decide to do another DLC or something for Cyberpunk. Because I feel like it's still so much more they could do if they wanted to.
Very
Shout out to
quickly, Demo asked what y'all think of Metro 2039. Fucking legit. Looks
amazing,
so
man. Day
good.
one, bro.
Honestly, like I'm just super excited for it. It looked so good, and it was really interesting to listen to the developers talk about the impact of the war, forcing them to really relook and like make the game more gritty and that story driven piece and a much darker experience than we're used to in the Metro series, and they're pretty dark anyway. So, yeah. But it's just shocking to remember that like, they're still going through it, and they're still like they've got shelters that they'll go into, and like they've got generators when they don't have power, like so they can still continue making this game. And it was just such a tribute to them, and it, like well done and fantastic that you're still like adhering and going through all of this, and like honestly just like amazing on them. Yeah. So great question around that. What we thought about that. The trailer was beautiful. The just listening to the developers talk about their game and the passion and the love that our community has for Metro itself. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's a day one. Metro trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. I enjoy the first two games more than Exodus, and they all are equally great, amazing games. It's just personal preference because I kind of like the more being in the Metro setting versus like being outside in the open world. So Demo, when I seen this and it was going back to the roots of just, you know, a little bit more of the horror,
going back into the Metro.
Like yeah, going back into the Metro itself, man, I was really excited, man. And they not scared of GTA, man. They say it's coming this winter. So I'm going to be there day one, man. I beat
I think if you want something
Metro game last year and did a little retro review for it.
If you want
and I'm playing through Last Light again now.
Yeah. If you want something dark and gritty, you're going to go play Metro over GTA. If you want GTA, you're going to go play GTA. Like, I feel like it's probably a game that is going to be able to stand on its own 2 feet. Obviously, the juggernaut that is GTA is just GTA is its own fucking thing, and you can't stop.
The only reason I mentioned GTA is because I like the confidence. You know, I
What's
like
up,
that
Sly?
they are confident in their game.
Yeah.
I like that they're not saying, yo, we're going to move it. And, it might get delayed because they say winter 2026. So it could easily get pushed back into early next year or something like that. But I just like the confidence, man. You know, it's a different type of game. Metro is unique. So them saying, hey, man, we come in this winter, no matter who there. I love it. It just looks gorgeous. And it's a good engine as well. That
cinematic was just insane on 2039. It was beautiful. And then, like, listening to talk about, like, the autocracy in there, and then like the propaganda, and like realizing that all these people that are in the Metro are kind of in this really bad position. They don't realize that the bad guys are the bad guys. Yeah, be careful in the Metro. A hooker took my money and then my guns.
Yep.
So fucking true. Oh my god, it looks dope. Honestly, it looks fucking amazing. And if you're a Metro fan, you're gonna pick this up day one. Like, you'd be stupid not to. You went through with what those devs have. You wouldn't be worried about GTA 5. Yeah, you don't need to worry about. That's such a good call out. I don't even think they need to worry about GTA 5. I feel like.
Yeah, I think people are mistaken what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're worried about it. I'm just saying I like the confidence for them to
Yeah, 100%. But there's a part of our community that's like, oh, I wouldn't release around that. I'm like, fuck it. If you're a Metro fan, you're a Metro fan. It doesn't matter what game releases around it. You're picking it up day one.
If you're a good game, you're a good game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Release, you know? That is 100% true. Very quickly, I mean, you're going to talk about this because I don't do anything to do with Silent Hill because I'm a crybaby. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Silent Hill Townfall brings in former Alien Isolation sound designer Brian Bullock. His team will handle all aspects of the game audio. The studio co-founder also worked on Alien. Pilot Priest will compose the OST first track out now. So, man, I love my audio in video games. I love sound design. I love Silent Hill. I love horror games. So when I seen this, it put a smile on my face. I'll be here day one for this as well. I can't wait for it to come. It's coming this year. It still haven't been given a date, but we have been given a price. So for $50, I'll definitely be in there to support it.
Amazing. All right. I think it's great. I think it goes to really show, like, obviously sound design is so important and it's a character in itself in these games. And I'm never going to play them because I'm a wuss. But I know that there is plenty in our community, even yourself and Lyriic, who love these games, who are super excited to hear these things, and it builds hype for them, and you just kind of know that you're going to be very immersed in the experience in the game and what it's delivering. So yeah, fantastic news. I'm just sad I don't get to experience it unless I watch someone else play the game, which is what I do sometimes. I won't play it, but I'll watch someone else play it. As long as it's not me moving around and being like, because I will. All right, very quickly. This is probably more impactful for you because you have a PlayStation there, but Sony stealth dropped a new PS5 UI for beta testers. I don't know if you're a beta tester on the PlayStation side there, Nero, but this will be then pushed out to anyone who does have a PlayStation later on. As seen in a Reddit photo, a new menu bar at the top has tabs for PlayStation Store, PS Plus, and the game library. So you can switch between those tabs, which is nice. I think having everything at your fingertips is really, really important.
Yeah, I seen the screenshot of it, and I thought it was a pretty good looking update. I liked it.
I just like the background there, Crimson Desert. Mwah.
I like that PlayStation and Xbox before next gen even get here is still updating the unit.
Still iterating,
of these consoles and just cleaning it up. I like that because as I believe, and I think many other people believe, cross gen is going to last a good little amount of time.
Yeah.
Longer than this cross gen has already lasted, and it's been a while as it is anyway. So,
yeah.
I like seeing these updates coming, and
I think we're looking at 2027 for new hardware, so I reckon they're going to start announcing stuff to lead into new hardware launching next year. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to add to... where's my brain gone? It's still in my head somewhere. Okay. What do we got? What have we got?
Update.
10 more years of current gen. Let's go.
And that's probably going to be the reality of it, truth be told.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty then. Rockstar Games confirms it was hacked by a third party. The ransomware group reportedly gained access to Rockstar's servers via a recent data breach and are demanding payment. WTF. So that means the game's delayed?
Nah, it don't mean the
I'm
game
joking.
delayed because more context. Have you seen the more context that came out from behind it? Because I don't think I got a
If
chance
I
to
scroll
go
down,
back
it's probably update. Confirmed that a data breach had happened. Sent over. So we can confirm a limited amount of non-material company information was accessed in connection to a third-party data breach. No impact on the organization or our players. That's the more context you're wanting?
Nah, I think I'm not seeing it because I think it might be another topic. I think I may have added it. They just pretty much leak. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, I'll just go to it and speak on it now. We can skip it when we get to it. But the GTA Online platform was revealed. So PS5 make 3.4 million weekly revenue with 4.4 million weekly users. PS4 has 1.8 million weekly revenue with 973K. Series X is 1.1 weekly revenue million. Xbox One is 1 million revenue. PC is 890K. Xbox Series, Xbox One is lacking behind PS4 for the GTA Online. So that's online. That just goes to show that's pretty much what this leak was about, like leaking certain numbers, and us as the public was able to see exactly how much money they was milking in. Even Red Dead Redemption 2 is making a decent amount of money still to this day, and that support has been gone and stopped being supported for a while now. So that was the context. More came out afterwards. It's pretty much one of those leaks right there. So actually, it made Rockstar stock go up. Once the shareholders seen how much money GTA 5 Online was making, the shares actually went up. So
Of course,
it might be one of the first leaks in Rockstar, just gaming history, that benefited the company like that. So shout out to Rockstar, man. I believe GTA coming. I got faith. It's coming this year.
Sorry. The one where it's talking about Windows Central, where he does the post about the pricing on removing Call of Duty and Fortnite crew and stuff. Do I want to leave that to when we talk about it further, and I just move on to the next one?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Which is about Pete Hines. So, if you missed it, and I probably was talked about ad nauseum last week, Pete Hines did an interview. I'm just going to read what's off here. Windows Century posted their thing out there. So for a long time, Bethesda fans, Pete Hines' reflection on the Microsoft acquisition is going to spark a lot of discussion. He says that he still thinks Bethesda is just part of something that is not authentic and is not genuine, and that is a heavy statement from someone who helped shape the studio for decades. A new article based on an interview breaks down how he felt the shift in the culture, how the studio's sense of self changed, and how hard it was to accept that the Bethesda he knew was no longer the same. Which I think is kind of what was the writing on the wall around him leaving anyway. And there was a lot of discourse and discussion about potentially why he left. And part of it, I feel like as gamers, we kind of were like, I think he just doesn't feel like it's the same Bethesda as it was. And so he's left and gone to potentially greener pastures or just retired, etc., etc. But what was your take on this interview? Did you listen to the interview? I only listened to bits and pieces.
I watched piece and like little pieces of it. Bethesda, in my opinion, is a shell of its former self. Even the complaints I had about Starfield to start the show, that's just another example of them just not caring and taking the extra time to polish and show that they, because I like companies that treat their video games like babies. You got to be gentle with them. You got to take care of them. You got to patch them. It's like a kid, man. You don't just they abandon a lot, even with the Oblivion remake. You know what I'm saying? I understand they did with Virtuous and stuff like that, but that's Oblivion. You don't just, it hasn't been fixed. If you jump into it to this day, and I got the platinum for it, and to this day it's still stuttering. UE5 crap. So it's like, what are we doing here? But with Pete Hines, let's let Pete Hines calm the fuck down, all right? Because I understand what you're saying. Right message, wrong messenger. Wasn't Redfall greenlit under you guys before Microsoft acquired y'all? Wasn't Wolfenstein the young blood that's fucking horrible? Well, didn't that release under you guys before Microsoft acquired you guys?
Yeah.
That's my only question to Pete Hines. Don't make it seem like Bethesda's downfall started. Wasn't Fallout 76 before Microsoft?
Yeah.
You guys had a lot of questionable ass releases. That's why when I slandered Bethesda, I don't need these Xbox sympathizers coming and feeling like I'm just shitting on the brand. No, this Bethesda questionable decisions has been happening long before Microsoft acquired.
Yeah.
It's a reason why Microsoft had to acquire them. Just
yeah,
like Activision was a toxic ass work environment.
Well,
and just
ZeniMax,
was horrible.
ZeniMax with Bethesda and all of them under there, it was a big publisher, right? And so you try managing all of that and then delivering, and so I feel like it did lose a lot of its spark, and like them delivering what Fallout 76 was at the time when it first came out and all of that. Like he's got another quote saying, yeah, it is one of the best games now ever, but at launch it was notoriously hated by majority of the community. What's up, Web Dave? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
It's good, Dave.
I hope you are well. I hope you are safe, and I miss your face. I'm always at work when you guys are live. That's the frustrating thing. My time zone difference is all the shows that I want to jump in and chat on and like hang out with and all of that. I'm always live when I'm at work. And so I can occasionally say hi in the chat, but it just means it's really, really hard for me to kind of engage with the community on the level that I want to engage with. But back on track, back on target. Pete Hines said, I was staying there because this place still needs me. I just hit a point of, yes, it needs me, and I am powerless to do what I think needs to be done to run this place properly, to protect these people, to maintain what we worked so hard to create, which is an incredibly efficient, well-run video game developer and publisher. But I feel like it lost a little bit of its spark. And I agree with you, Nera. It did lose a little bit of its spark. And now we're in a situation where they've been acquired by Microsoft or by Xbox in that respect. And so they then had to learn to kind of feed into that. And it was very sad to see Pete Hines going because you know what the impact
Yeah,
he's had.
I respect Pete Hines a lot. My only reason for bringing up that is because I do respect Pete Hines, but I'm not Microsoft deserve
Tegan,
a lot of
Well,
backlash. They definitely do, but come on, man. It was a
yeah.
lot of questionable decisions being made while he
there
was
are.
there before they got acquired.
Yep.
That's my only point. But
Yep.
I respect him. I appreciate what he done. And, I do think Bethesda has lost a lot of its soul, and I think the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be make or break for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because there's been a lot of talk about like what Crimson Desert is doing some of the stuff that what Bethesda is known for as well. So there's a lot of conversations happening in that space. But yeah, it's sad. It was sad. It was this blow to Bethesda when Pete Hines left. And it's still sad, but it's nice to hear a little bit of, now that there's been some time, the dust has settled, he's talking a little bit around why he left, and I think it just kind of aligned itself, like what we all initially thought as a community as to why he left, kind of what he told us, it matches exactly what we were all making assumptions about, and sort of, implying what we thought it was about, and it kind of just matched and aligned that way. Yeah. I know you're a marathon fan, man, and I do need to go and play some marathon at some point. But thank you, WebDay, for stopping by. Really appreciate you. Yeah. Marathon's budget was over 200 million, says Forbes. Portasi. It's estimated to have sold 1.2 million copies at launch, generating 55 million in revenue. Seems like the game will need continued momentum to break even or make a profit. So they are already calling things out in that respect. I think it needs some momentum building.
So the thing for me is it's an actual great game. Majority of the people who play the game says it's a great game. The Steam reviews, the reviews on PlayStation, Xbox Store, they're all great. The user reviews is great. The community is awesome. I think 1.3 million in a month is good for a $40 game. That's not a full price for a niche genre. Extraction shooters is not popular. As you can see, Arc Raiders has lost about 80% of its player base, now peaking around 40 to 50K versus the 400, 500, and 300 concurrent it was going. So it's hard to crack that market. But I think it's a great game. It's been getting good updates. Paul Tassi, I don't really pay him no attention because he gloomed and doomed the hell out of Halo Infinite. So for me, it seemed like whenever I'm enjoying a game, whether it's Halo Infinite, whether it's Marathon, it's going to be people just making it seem like it's in the worst position ever. People paying attention to the Steam charts. I play with crossplay on and off depending on the situation. If I don't got a full squad, then I leave crossplay on because I get me in there quicker. Dude, I've added so many friends from everywhere, and I always get in games quick, no matter if it's crossplay on or off. So I think it's got a good little community. Not every community need to be Call of Duty size. The quicker these studios understand that, the better, and it'll be healthier for gaming.
Yeah.
That's my take. Like I said, I recommend it. I'm about 10, 12, 13 levels away from having a platinum in this game. That's when I have my collab review with the homie, or if he can't do it, I'll do it myself. I love it, man. I think it's a fantastic game, and I like that it's early in its life cycle. So I like to see how the future seasons go and the future updates as well.
I hope it does well. I do. Because it was a massive investment, and Bungie is, like, they're known for just delivering beautiful shooters around the quality and around that. So fingers crossed.
This has been no different. The reviews and people that play it say the same. It's just the numbers don't reflect. You can't force gamers to.
No, you
play
can't.
Games. You can't, no matter what the review is. You seen what happened with Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush was an amazing studio, and people did not.
Amazing game, fantastic game.
So I mean, it happens. I've seen it one too many times. The only thing you can do in that situation is, if you're in my situation and you're really enjoying the game, just continue to enjoy it, continue to support it. Don't pay attention to the outside noise. Anybody who's not playing the game, I could care less about what they think, and that's how it should be. The only difference is I actually try these games. I could criticize the hell out of Call of Duty. But guess what? I went out and I bought Black Ops 7. I played it. I didn't like it. I didn't go on a bunch of hate parades. I traded the game in and I moved on.
Yeah.
So, if a game not for you, then it's not for you. Not everything gonna be for everybody, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If everything was everyone, then
Well, Slycrow said probably the worst hurdle in the game is getting the faction rep up, carry system fixes. That other problem is balancing snipers and shotguns. And I feel like that's exactly what you want to be hearing is balancing issues, because that's like those minor things that can be tweaked.
that's skill issue. Skill issue. 100. Y'all
They're
adding the skill
gonna call
issue.
you out,
it is a skill issue. I'm 100. Now the shotguns do need reworking, but shotguns is OP in every game and annoying as fuck. I do think.
Yeah, well, they were always
I think
OP
they
in
need to-
fucking Destiny.
I think
Bullshit.
they need to redo the knife buff. They need to bring the buff back. I think that's good. And as far as factions, bro, I got 2 MVP factions and I haven't even did. You probably done more contracts than me, and I'm almost level 100. I'm maxed out MVP contracts with Arachne, and that's just from playing and killing and being PvP. So, and I like that you get to share progress. If you playing with somebody who got a different mission from you and y'all both complete them, you get progress and XP for that faction as well. So, it's I like I said, I don't really got any complaints about the game. I'm excited to see how they go forward with adding different characters, different maps and shit like that. I can't recommend it enough. Great game.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we're going to have to wait to 2080 for The Last of Us Part 3. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. But The Last of Us Part 3 is reportedly in development. It'll be early development. I bet you they'll just be working on the story of what they want to, they're going to work out what they want to do with it. The game is expected to release after Intergalactic and after Uncharted 5. Well, I'm glad they're doing an Uncharted 5. They really need to do Uncharted again. And there's some other developers that really need to go back and do some other games. I want another Infamous. Give us an Infamous. Come on. What are your thoughts on them doing a Last of Us Part 3?
I'm just happy that it pretty much got confirmed.
As long as Bella Ramsey isn't voicing anything.
Yeah, as long as
Sorry, Bella Ramsey.
Away. I'm excited, man. I fuck with Naughty Dog. I think it's inexcusable at the lack of shit they've been putting out. I think Neil Druckmann need to put down that get out the director's seat, never sit in that shit again after that show was extremely a huge letdown. But I'll just be there, man. I love Last of Us, man. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises, so I'm excited. This is great news to me. I'll be there to support it for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of, because you kind of knew that it was set up for a next chapter. What was that chapter going to be? So it's nice to see that. Maybe they'll finally get factions. Maybe that's what they're going to do. The Last of Us Part 3 releases with factions. Come on, guys. Come on, just do it. Your community wants factions. They really do. Yeah. Well, you're going to get, I feel like, Last of Us Part 3 in the sense of Season 3 before you get the game.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a Season 3. I don't think
You're not sure after the way that people reacted to Season 2?
It don't need to be. They need to get the fuck back in the lab and work on games. Work on the game.
Is this from a reputable source? Not a clue. Rumors are rumors. I don't know. Would be nice, but after Intergalactic, who knows? It's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt or a whole salt shaker.
I think it's just common sense. Neil Druckmann said out his mouth that he's not done with the universe recently. So,
yeah.
What other way than to confirm that even if it's not Last of Us 3, I've said before, I'll take anything. A prequel,
could be a Last of Us
universe.
Side story of some other story happening in the Last of Us universe.
I would be extremely happy with that. My complaint is that should have been stuff that should have been coming now. It should have been here this generation. I think it should have been a prequel by now to explore younger Joel or younger Tommy and shit like that. I just feel like that's,
It'd be really cool to see a bit more of how the fungus like started itself. That'll be quite interesting. That's why I'm looking forward to like E-Day being a prequel.
Well, I really did like the show though, the first season, because they kind of expanded on that a bit.
Yeah, Tegan, you're not wrong. The season 2 started strong and then took a huge nosedive. You're not wrong. All right. Anything else you want to add there, Nero? Sorry for cutting you off.
Nah, nope. I'll be there day one. Pretty much.
All right. GTA Online platform breakdown. Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, this the context I was.
Oh, okay. I'm just putting it up there, but while I go find the next thing. Apologies. All right. Well, we've got Metacritic scores, so if you want to read those out, and then I'll bring up the stuff for the main topic.
Oh yeah, man. We had a good amount of games coming out, man. Pragmata is looking really good with an 86 Metacritic. Like I said, started that, been enjoying it. Tamagotchi Life of the Living Dream reviews is looking decent with a 77 Metacritic. Mouse PI for Hire, like I said, I highly recommend. It's sitting with a nice 81 Metacritic, and Replace had an 81 Metacritic last time I seen it. I think it dropped, but then it came back up. So yeah, all great games. The ones that I play, I can't speak on Tamagotchi, but I see a few people on the timeline enjoying that. So yeah. Good couple of weeks for games releases. A good month for game releases.
You didn't want to... Do we have Matt Booty's interview in the... I don't know. I have no clue.
Oh, no, I didn't. But I did watch it, though.
I mean, it was interesting
Me, it was
listening to the amount of collaboration happening between the Xbox studios and how they're all supporting each other. I like Blizzard, so the studio that does the... oh my god, CGI, like, why can't I think of it? The cutscenes in that is helping with Fable. The listening to them talking about how grounded, like the way that the save state happened in, oh my god, why can't I think of it? It's Undead Labs game. Why can't I think of it? State of Decay. And how grounded took that save state world with multiple worlds type thing, and then iterated on it, and then it's gone back to Undead Labs, and they're utilizing that in the new State of Decay 3. Yeah, it's just amazing to listen to these developers work with each other. If there's a technology already there, or someone's already designed something and gone in and provided it to improve these games, and that's what you want to see, is the collaboration. If you're a publisher with this many developers under your belt, these developers should be able to take advantage of what is available at their fingertips, and that means utilizing the heart, the minds, the experience between these developers to actually just create better versions of their games all up. Yeah, I liked Matt Booty's interview about that. That was nice to hear.
I'm gonna add my 2 cents on that. Fuck Matt Booty.
I know.
I'm team that Asher need to fire this clown before he does irreversible damage more than he has already done. You clown ass fraud. Don't come talking to me about State of Decay when that whole initial trailer was nothing more than a Word document when you announced it and showed that. I could care less for Matt Booty. All this shit that he's saying is a nothing burger. He's supposed to be the one hands on with these studios, and
Halo Infinite's trailer, that was a bloody lie too.
Yeah, Halo Infinite trailer, the game had to be delayed. Like all these delays and stuff is at the hand of him. I'm not saying one man is responsible, but when they cleaned house at Microsoft, he should have been one of the ones to go to, in my humble opinion. He's nothing burger. So I watched the interview, but like I said, everything he was saying, nothing burger. He's not even the one I want to hear from anymore. Let me hear from Asher, because she's the one that seemed to be making these changes that's behind the scenes. Matt Booty has been here. Any complaint you had with Sarah and Phil Spencer, especially with the games being delayed, Contraband getting canceled, even the partnerships and shit like that that fell through the cracks. Matt Booty's job is to be hands-on with these studios. Matt Booty's job is to be at the initiative, making sure Perfect Dark isn't a fucking scam. Making sure State of Decay actually has some type of gameplay being animated and not just a Word document. Putting zombie animals in a game that's not going to come. Fuck Matt Booty. You need to get fired.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Shout out to Asher, though.
Thank you, General Spartan. Don't worry. I know Clute already mentioned that, or Abdel already mentioned that WrestleMania was on. So really important. that you're enjoying that right now, and thank you for stopping by. Like, please go back and finish watching whatever you're watching. If it's a break at the moment, then you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you joining us. But yeah, we're just going to throw us into, I guess, one of our main topics. Are we ready for main topics? I mean, we don't have a lot.
Not at all. Just a few topics, guys, and
yeah.
that'll be it for ADS.
Yeah. New Xbox boss, Ash Shama, says Game Pass has become too expensive. You're not fucking wrong. Call it a spade, man. Game Pass has become too expensive for players, so we need to do a better value equation. We will evolve Game Pass into a more flexible system. And I think that's a really, really big call out around that. So around like, that's going to take time to evaluate and work out what that looks like. And I think Lyriic made a good call out a couple of weeks ago when he was talking about Game Pass should really be an option where you can just go, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And then you select what you want and then you pay for what you get. And I think if you gave us that option, that flexibility to go, all right, here's your shopping cart of what you want for it, and then you get the Game Pass experience that you want curated the way you want it. And it would be fantastic if they did that, because I also think that them potentially pulling, and this is that piece around what could help make it less expensive, and that comes off the back of should Call of Duty and Fortnite Crew be removed from Game Pass? Potentially yes. I think 100% yes. If you want to look at ways to make Game Pass cheaper, pull it out, and then you can get people buying it and you get the sales that you want, and etc for Call of Duty, especially Fortnite Crew. Who the fuck's playing Fortnite Crew at this point? But yeah, I think this is extremely important. We've been complaining about it. They saw the numbers drop off the back of Game Pass Ultimate becoming stupidly expensive. I think it's stupidly expensive. The only reason why I still have it is because I do not pay for it by myself. I go halves with someone else, so it's not as a hit on my wallet as it is for people who are just paying for it standardly. They maybe even need to look at a family plan. I think a family plan would be really, really important, but I really agree with Lyriic's sentiment around you choosing what you want in your Game Pass subscription, curate your version, and then pay for that monthly. I think that's probably the best thing, because then you're not pissing off anyone. It doesn't matter what tier you go with. You go, I just want these items. I don't want that. So I don't have to pay for that access. And then you just pay for what you're utilizing, or paying for what you actually want. Don't tell me what I want. I already know what I want as a gamer. I want the option to select what I want and curate my own Game Pass experience. Yeah. That's what she said. Yes, Web Dave, that is exactly what she said. Nero, what are your thoughts on this? Because I know you specifically cancelled your subscription for Game because it was stupid.
Yeah, I haven't been subscribed to Game Pass for about a little over a year now. Mm-hmm. I think it ran out last like July or August, like one of the months. I will say, man, it's just another W for her. I can't give it a full W, a capital W. It's a lowercase.
Still too soon. Still too early, eh?
Yeah, because I needed to go into effect. You know, this is just talking right now, so I don't want to get too hyped up on talking. But she's saying and doing all the right things from what's being leaked and told to us behind the scenes.
Yep.
I think if Game Pass could go back down to $25, well, not back, but back to $20, it'd be amazing. But even at $25, you know, if you can get that to $25, if you remove the Fortnite bundle and stuff like that, or even the rumored, you know, first party only tier. If I could pay $15 and be able to play Forza and Gears of War and shit like that day one, then, you know, Game Pass would become a no-brainer to me, like it once was. You know, when Game Pass was $15 a month for Ultimate, to me that was a no-brainer. I would stock up all the time, and even once it got to $20 a month, I still thought it was a no-brainer. But to make a $10 jump and to justify it behind adding Fortnite, which I don't give a fuck about, Cloud Talk, which I also don't care about, it just didn't move the needle for me. So I'm happy that she's here. She's reading the room. And the more she comes out and you know, these type of articles come to the front, the more that, you know, she do little updates behind the scenes, like achievements and user interface updates and stuff like that. The more I realize, you know, maybe Phil Spencer was the problem. You know, maybe Sarah and him was the problem. If she can make a turnaround and within a year or two and get certain things reversed, then I think that'll be dope. And I think, making Game Pass more gamer friendly, because, we got to remember what Game Pass started out. It started off being bragged about the best deal in game and the best value. And it has moved away from that for many gamers.
There's a lot to be said around looking after your core base. There's a lot to be said around listening to your community and the gamers. There's a lot to be said about the amount of people who left your ecosystem to go to PC, to go to PlayStation, to go to Nintendo, and have not fucking come back because of some of the choices that have been made. I mean, there's some great things that happened under Phil. Fantastic job. Appreciate him. Love him to death because he's the reason why Xbox is still here today. I think that's a really big call out. But you're only as good as your next thing that you're doing, right? And so it is nice.
You're only as good as the people around you.
Yeah, that's true.
Self-sabotaging.
Yeah, that's true.
Matt Booty.
Yeah. But it's important to know, in the sense of, we've been asking for things to change with achievements. It's happening. We've been asking for things to be looked at around the Game Pass price. It's happening. The fact that this will also be coming from the actual Xbox employees. They know what the community is asking for. They're probably thinking, we wanted to make these changes. And they've got someone in here who's going, yep, I like this change. I like this idea. This is how we really build affinity and bring back the community and bring back the pride and joy and bring back people back to the ecosystem is really important. And that's going to be through hardware and through features and through the games and just showing up and going, this is the Xbox you know and remember and love. And this is why you choose to play on this platform with this community, etc., etc. Why go to Nintendo? What do they offer you? I don't know. Some people do. I love Nintendo. I grew up on them. They offer me The Legend of Zelda. That's what they do with a protagonist that isn't even called Zelda. It's called Link. And I just love that. They offer
millions and millions of gamers great escapes from reality.
Yeah, I mean, they have some great IP. They offered a portable and a console.
The same thing that each of the other three offered. Peace of mind, a way to relax, unwind.
I'm just going to move us back to the 2-panel piece. I think the community's all in agreement around the price, around the cost of Game Pass. It's stupidly expensive, and it doesn't need to be. It really doesn't. And so it's just nice to see some changes, or just rumblings of changes coming down the line. I am really excited, and I think it's really important that these things are happening this year. Reason being 25th anniversary of Xbox, really important that these things start changing. You need to celebrate, and that means also listening to the community and delivering on things the community have asked for, bringing back FanFest, etc., etc. That's the stuff that we want to hear and we want to see and we love as gamers. So, yeah. I just want to say a quick shout out to everyone who's watching live with us. We are going to end the show shortly, which is kind of sad because we love being here and love talking with you. But yeah, anything else you want to add, Nero? I mean, did you want to talk about the Undead Labs piece? We kind of already semi-talked about it.
I did. I didn't fully go into it. We can end it off after that. But, that Undead Lab shit, man, them showing a trailer of the zombie wolves and shit like that, and it was nothing more than a Word document.
Yeah,
that is bullshit, yo. That is not right. That is just a scam. That's false advertisement. The fact that the devs themselves is coming out saying don't expect zombie wolves. This is coming from their mouths. This is ridiculous. What type of mismanagement is going on over here?
Well, it's like
that's why heads had to roll, and I keep saying I hope Asher Sharma is more hands-on with these studios. And once again, this is another example of why Matt Booty needs to go. What the fuck is he doing?
It's like what happened with Halo Infinite. So they outsourced the announcement trailer piece for it, and then what they showed in that is not what was going to be indicative of the game itself as a whole. And so it's a little bit like false advertising in that respect, which is disappointing because I was like, oh my god, this deer with half its face. It's not like false advertisement.
It is false advertising.
I mean, yeah, I know it.
Gotta call a spade a spade, man.
Call a spade a spade, which is disappointing. So I am wanting to see what we actually get when they finally do the State of Decay 3 announcement. Because what they showed with that initial trailer was really, really cool. And the fact that we're not potentially going to get, and we're not getting it, is rather disappointing as a gamer. Don't do that to us. We are sick of it. We called it out when The Division did it, when they first showed their game. Around it, we called it out when Watch Dogs did it. Like, seriously, don't piss off the community around going, this is what we want to do, and then you don't deliver it when it comes to the release of the game. Like, we're not stupid. It's our money, and we're going to choose to spend it where it is. And if you fuck us over, we're going to fuck you over too. Just saying what it is.
It's grimy, man. It breaks that trust up, you know.
Yep.
That's I'm happy it is new people in there as far as Asher.
Yep.
You know, I think this is a good thing. I just need Matt Booty out of there because a lot of this, he's been the president of gaming studios for Microsoft. And this level of dysfunction amongst the studios is on a damn near catastrophic level. For them to have so much talent out here and for it not to be utilized properly. You know, like I said, the job Asher and Phil Spencer is doing, they can't do it all themselves. I'm not making an excuse for neither one of them, but it takes, you're only as good in that position that they're doing. You're only as good as the team that you built around you. And sadly, I feel a lot of times the team around them is working against them. You know, it's I hate to say it, but that's just honestly what I feel like. You know, it's tough. So get Matt Booty out of here.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
Always
Is there any specific major topics that we've kind of missed this week? I don't know, chat. Have we missed anything? Have I missed anything? I've been a little bit MIA. I've just been really focused on life, and I played a bit of Pokemon, and that's about it this week. But yeah, is there anything that we've missed? Anything you want to ask us before we head out? Because it's a short show for us, an hour 36 minutes. That's
shout
short.
out to Demo again for bringing up Metro because I think it was worth.
Yes, that was such a good call out. Thank you, Demo, because that fucking game. I'm excited. I'm excited as a gamer. I'm just excited. Like I mean, last week, was it last week where they had the Fable rumors that was going to be pushed out, and the devs came out and said, no, it isn't being delayed. I was like, yes, because if it gets delayed, Nero's going to fucking murder me.
Yep.
Nero's going to be like, see, I told you, Panda.
No, I'm going to say how much is enough before y'all realize Matt Booty is the problem. He needs to go. That's all I'm going to say. Any cancel delay, anything that don't pan out, man, he needs to go.
Legend of Zelda action movie just finished filming. Yes, it did finish filming. They're leaving New Zealand any moment. Sad face. New Street Fighter movie trailer. Yes, watched that this week as well. I did watch that. Bat Mooty. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything else major. Thank you for popping that in the chat there, Tegan. Appreciate it there. But I just want to say a real big thank you to everyone who's watched us live, who's going to watch us after the fact. Whether you're watching us, you know, in your mum's basement. I'm kidding. That's where Nero is right now. That's why he doesn't have his camera on. He's in his mum. No, I'm sorry. You're in someone else's basement.
Haters would love for that to be true.
I know. I would love that to be true for you. I know. So I'm going to give you a virtual hug there for you. I could be in my own house. No, I'm not going to be in my own mum's basement. I'll probably murder myself. But if you are watching from anywhere around the world, I just happen to be lucky enough that I am in the great Middle Earth with all the hobbits. Bloodborne animated movie is in the works.
I've seen that. That was.
I'm happy about that, but I'm so disappointed we're not getting a Bloodborne remake. So disappointed for our community. But yeah, I just want to say a big shout out. We really appreciate all of you and the fact that you take the time to listen to us and Nero's unhinged opinions. No, I'm kidding. They're not unhinged. They're 100% valid. 100% valid and warranted and needed in our community. I think all of our opinions are warranted and needed, and as long as they are well thought out and not like, because some of the community is. But support. Thank you all. Anything you want to add before we head out, Nero? It's been a good show. Stop cheering.
No, just much love to the community. Appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Hopefully, you get
Yeah.
some good news. And
We're back next week. At this point, we're back next week. If anything changes, we will notify you because my nephew's due shortly, so I might not be here one of the weekends around that. So we might have a week where we don't do a show.
Line up the weekend where I'm not here.
Yeah, it would be perfect. It happened to be then. But yeah, it's coming, and so it's just FYI that there'll be a weekend where we won't be doing a show because I will be visiting my new baby nephew. I'm so excited. Let me know if you need a fill-in. Yes, we can. Great show. Thank you. Great community in the chat. Loved all the comments and everything going through. We just love you all. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna head out. I will remember to turn on the. I really just didn't pay my power bill for Lyriic because he's expensive as an AI. So I was waiting for payday. I'll pay it, and then he'll be back on the show next week because I've paid my power bill because it's so expensive to run Lyriic as an AI. Yeah, he's so expensive. I'm such a troll.
Big power bill, man.
Yeah, pay that power bill and then Lyriic will be back. Everybody, stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.